referee can't take any chances, and now he will receive attention.
Now this will be a huge blow for this Bayern side. Lamine Yamal has received a huge knock. Later on we will be told how long the recovery process is going to take.
Last season, we performed really well, winning the Bundesliga, Champions League, and the Franz Beckenbauer Super Cup, Germany's pre-season trophy. I ended last season with 51 goal contributions in 54 games. One of my lower performing seasons in terms of goals, but it's still really good. My family and I went on vacation, along with Flo and her family. She had given birth to a boy after the twin girls around Cairo's age, so it was going to be a fun one for my kids, seeing as they would have other kids their age with them. I wanted Corey and my mum to come along as well, but Corey said she was busy finishing up her album, so she couldn't make it, and my mum was ill and couldn't travel. She has been getting ill a worrying amount lately, but we got her on the best healthcare possible. The vacation at the Maldives was fun. We went to the beach. We went on small family walks with Flo's family as well. I liked it here. It was calm, warm, and most of all, peaceful. But the vacations have to come to an end. July came and we had to fly back. The new season was starting soon. Managers and players have to get back to work. We went back to London first though. I wanted to see my mum before my family headed back to Germany. The caretakers briefed Chloe and I on everything that's going on. My mum was in her late 50s. She was getting fever after fever and it was getting worse every time. She was also having a lot of muscle aches, but she was always saying not to worry, that she'll be fine. Chloe and I helped the caretakers a lot for the couple days we were here, but I eventually had to leave. Chloe told me that she would stay with my mum for a bit longer with the kids, and they will come back when Kaya's academy is about to resume. I agreed, and I left for Germany the next day. Christopher Loeffler, my new agent, told me that there might be a lot of offers for me at the end of this season. So if I can win the DFB Pokal, he would start looking for the best club in the Serie A for me to complete my goal. I told him that I want to see out my 3-year contract here at Bayern, so I'll be here one more season after this, then I will make the move. I took a knock during pre-season training, so I wasn't able to participate in the first 2 games. We won the first game against Al Nassr and drew the second against Arsenal. I had recovered and was fit enough for the last match. This one was against Liverpool, and Liverpool had a surprise for us. 20-year-old German wonder kid, Konrad Zahn, who had been the talk of the Premier League since he made the move from Dortmund 2 years ago. People called him the Gerd Müller reincarnation because he was popping goals left and right, and of course, he showed us that.
This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Hello everyone, and welcome to the King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah, the shining jewel as it's known. My name is Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and sitting next to me, ready to give you all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. It is Bayern Munich taking on Liverpool.
Well, this should be a decent game today. Both managers will have a game plan, both teams have a certain style of play, and both sides will want to start quickly. I'm looking forward to this.
And the through ball, he's in! And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward. In with a chance. And it's in for Liverpool. Is there a way back for the opposition now? Well, it could be on for him here. Oh, that's a fine stop to can he? There it is! A goal to reduce the arrears and give them hope that they can turn this round. And Bayern Munich now in potentially a dangerous position. He's gone and found the net! Brilliant piece of finishing! Magnificent goal! And here come Liverpool. A goal at this late stage might settle things. In position, and a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
It was a good performance from us, and a very shocking one from him. I literally saw myself in him, except he was German. I enjoyed playing with him though, even if we ultimately lost the match. I spoke to him after the match. and his reactions reminded me of when I first spoke to Ronaldo. He was really excited to see me, saying I'm his idol. I was honestly flattered. I never even thought about it. I'm 31 and pretty accomplished and experienced. Along with a huge social media following, of course I would have a lot of people looking up to me. We exchanged shirts at the end of the interaction, and I went my way. The next match was against Fenerbahce in the Super Cup, first competitive pre-season match, and it was ours for the taking. We have 2 more chances to win trophies this season and make it 4 for this year. It would also really help my Ballon d'Or chances. We started the match with 2 corners. Upamecano missed the header on the first, and the second was well defended, but Frimpong was able to test the keeper from distance.
That's the end of that for now. Chance to shoot!
I was able to run through the defenders and put Nico Williams in on goal, and he was not going to be missing from there. It was a really good finish from him. I put him on goal again at the beginning of the second half, and he delivered, curling the ball round the reach of the keeper. Erbig baited their striker to make the chip after he was in on goal, and he dealt with it well. We won the match 3-0. It was a well-deserved win, and we lifted the Super Cup trophy that night.
What an intriguing prospect. A game of high profile featuring 2 magnificent sides, fully prepared for this massive occasion and fully prepared to make this their big showcase. It's Borussia Dortmund. They face Bayern Munich, and it's live next on EA TV.
Next game was against Dortmund in the Beckenbauer Cup, and we weren't lucky at all in the match. Dortmund was a team we beat 2 times out of 2 last season, but they really sat up in this match. We defended really well for the most part, but we were slacking in the attack. We weren't at our best at all. We made more defensive interceptions, and then we eventually caught them on the counter-attack, but Nico Williams couldn't put them on goal. Lamine Yamal also had a shot on goal, but it was saved by the keeper, and then it was followed by an unbelievable save from the keeper to keep his penalty out. The match ended as a draw, and we had to take it to penalties. We missed 2, and they took the final penalty to win the cup. They still weren't able to get the better of us in open play, but we were just unlucky in the penalty shootout, and they lifted the trophy, their first of the season. Our first match of the season against Borussia Mönchengladbach went well. We were very much the dominant of the 2 sides, and it showed in the match. I had a good chance around the halfway mark in the first half, but I couldn't put it away. But I was finally able to find Lamine Yamal later on, and he fired it into the net for 1-0. And towards the end of the first half, I got a good goal to take us 2 goals up. It was a dominant performance, but we weren't as fortunate hitting the back of the net in the second half. I got subbed off later on, and Pavlovic got the final goal of the match to make it 3-0. We lost to Leipzig right after that to end the month of August. And in September, we had 2 really big matches in the Champions League. Our league phase fixtures were the toughest in the Champions League this season. But if we're looking to go far in the competition this year again, we have to prove ourselves.
Could be dangerous. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations. Bayern pushing forward with options available. That's a good pass. And a goal here for Bayern. It's going to be so difficult to thwart them now. Excellent run in possession. Yamal! And a goal to settle the issue once and for all.
Here we can see it again, and this is really good strength. He uses his body well, and once he gets a yard, he finishes it nicely. Really good composure.
We won the match against Atletico Madrid by a 3-goal margin, courtesy of Lamine Yamal's incredible strike from the corner of the box and Nico Williams' brilliant finishing in the box. Lamine Yamal also scored another really good goal from distance that completely eliminated the keeper.
Action from the league phase, front and centre, and every reason to believe we're in for a compelling contest. The big question is this: who will prevail? Finding an answer won't be easy.
The match against Juventus was more of the same. We were incredibly dominant. I scored a really good goal a couple minutes into the match from a really tight, almost blocked off angle, and also missed a good chance. Yes, my accuracy was really put off by the defender, but I still should have done better. Halfway through the second half, I got my second goal of the game after a really good pass from Xavi Simons to find me. We could have gotten another 3-0 win, but it just wasn't Frimpong's day to hit the back of the net. It was a 2-0 win, another good result, another clean sheet, and most importantly, another 3 points. We weren't as lucky in the Bundesliga. We were on 6th position after 5 games, drawing 2 and losing 1. Dortmund and Leipzig, on the other hand, have had a really good season so far with a 100% success rate. But in the Champions League, we were doing really well. 2 clean sheets, 2 wins out of 2, and we're looking to continue that.
In the month of October, Manchester United was our opponent in the Champions League, and the match was something.
Given away by Manchester United, and Bayern Munich now in potentially a dangerous position. Yamal! Well, how many players would have the confidence to try that? Simply magnificent. He's in with a chance. Might finish now. And a goal! Another one! 2 in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating. And in range. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing. Drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal. The ball back. Could be troublesome. A real opening now. Another goal! The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display. Phillips. Yamal with a dangerous pass. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest. Wants to make a challenge. Genuine chance. Keeper did his job to begin with. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
6-0 in the first half was crazy. It was absolutely incredible. We were firing on all cylinders, and we were the most clinical we have ever been. United did not have an answer for us at all. They were fully and totally beat. Of course, we wanted to try for more in the second half, but it just didn't work out. Manchester United were completely helpless through the match, but we weren't able to add to the 6 we got in the first half. We were unlucky with finishing at times, and the keeper also really stepped up. The match ended that way, 6-0, a hat-trick for Lamine Yamal, a brace for me, and a very assured performance from the rest of us in the team. I ended the match with 2 goals, 2 assists, and a 10-point match rating. November came, and this time, there wasn't any dispute with the person that lifted the Ballon d'Or. It was me, and I won the Ballon d'Or for the 6th time in my career. I want to thank my teammates. They were absolutely incredible and very much directly involved in me winning this. My fans, the Bayern supporters, you lot are absolutely world class in the stadiums. And lastly, I want to thank my family, my kids, my wife, my previous agent, Florence van Boer, and most especially my sister, who has had my back since day one. Thank you, everyone. This means a lot. That was my 6th Ballon d'Or, and I was highly grateful to everyone that has been a part of my journey. The rest of November was filled with ups and downs, and I was going up against my former team, Real Madrid again.
Last time out in the finals, you put 2 past Lunin to win the Champions League for Bayern, but that wasn't on their home ground. How do you feel going back to Madrid, going back to the Bernabeu?
Well, I'm obviously excited. Can't wait to see my former teammates, Cristiano, Ethan, Willow, to name a few. It's going to be an exciting match. An exciting night afterwards, I'm sure. The Bernabeu is a special place, really special, and I am grateful to have been there for years. Honestly, I can't wait.
And do you think your side can get the better of them again?
Absolutely, but we have to be solid and on the top of our game. Also cautious, but I believe we can come out on top.
And do you think you can score against them yet again?
Well, it would be nice to score at the Bernabeu, even if it's against them. I think I have the ability too, but my top priority for this match is winning, not scoring.
She thanked me for my time, and I went on my way. I was able to meet up with Charlotte on my way home that evening. She permanently lives in Madrid now, after the whole saga with Devon Stone. I haven't seen her in a long time, so it was in fact good to see her. And Alexa was grown as well, looking very much like her mother when she was that age. We caught up on a lot, she talked to me a lot about school, and I was just amazed at how much she looked and sounded like her mother. How time flies though. I remember when we were having issues relating to if she was my child or not. I wouldn't have minded, but Charlotte was just moving extremely mad then. Lucky for Alexa, Charlotte was able to clean her act up and take good care of her, and they both turned out really well after 13 years.
It is opening night, a huge night for both sets of fans. Match day 1 in the UEFA Champions League. Who will get off to a flying start? Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live from the Bernabeu here on EA TV.
The next day was the big day, the match against Real Madrid. We have performed really well this season. In the competition so far, 100% win streak and only a goal conceded. Hopefully we can get the better of them again.
Jeremy Frimpong. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Well, going for power from there. He has time to play it over. And the shot. Well, misjudged that one. Takes the shot. And not quite directing it on target. And the lead beckons. And the chance was there for him. Lehmann. Oh, really close, just failed to keep his attempt down. Williams. Lehmann. Promising move this from Bayern. That's a good pass. Oh, really commanding goalkeeping. Real Madrid have given us away. Simons. And passing it well. Will it be? And that's tidy work to push it to safety. And it's a quality pass. Oh, that is a wonderful piece of challenging. Williams might work out. And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
It was a really tough match, almost ended in a stalemate, but I was the one that got the final goal in the final minute of the game, and I ended the match with an 8.8 match rating. That evening, I hung out with a bunch of my teammates at a bar in a hotel. It was a fun night, and I ended up going back to my place, ready to head back out to Munich the next morning. The final match in November was a big one in the Bundesliga.
The stadium is buzzing already, and with good cause. Two top sides ready to go at it, and this should be something special on the pitch.
They were 5 points ahead of us in the league, and a win here will get us closer. We have done relatively well to catch since our subpar performances in September, so we have to do ourselves proud here. The atmosphere at the Signal Iduna Park was intimidating. But as footballers, you learn to drown at the noise and focus on your game. 3 points is the only option, and that's what we got.
Not really the high percentage option. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Is it going to be? And he's hit it with authority! Really well hit, but just too much height on it. Bayern pushing forward with options available. And he's broken free. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations. From the DFB Pokal for you to
It looks like there could be an opening here.
And a goal here for Bayern. It's going to be so difficult to thwart them now. Well, not the desired result. Here's one to look forward to in the third round of the DFB Pokal. Live here. Real chance. And there it is. Another goal. And surely there's no way back from this now. A really good pass. Another goal. The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display. And slipped through beautifully. Well, you really have... Oh, could be! A goal! We're really being spoiled! This is attacking football at its finest!
It was another thrashing this season, this time 5 goals against Dortmund. Away from home, it was a big win. And a good match from me, directly involved in all 5 goals, 2 goals and 3 assists, with a 10-point match rating. We showed Dortmund that their place at the top of the table was very much temporary. We finished November on 27 points, we just have to make sure we win all our matches, and hope Dortmund slack off after the loss against us. In the Champions League, we are on 15 out of 15, and in first place, with a whopping difference in goal difference, courtesy of our 6-0 thrashing against United. I have scored 18 goals and made 10 assists so far this season. I'm turning 32 soon, and I'm still getting these world-class numbers. The last month of the year came, and we started with a big win against Wolfsburg in the DFB Pokal, taking us to the quarter-finals of the competition. Then followed it up with a 4-1 win against Hoffenheim. Then the next match was against another one of my former clubs, Arsenal, and it was at the Emirates. We played against them last year, in the league phase, and got the better of them. I'm hoping we can repeat that same performance against a really good side. The match at the Emirates was on the tougher side, like the one at the Bernabeu. Both defences were on top, hardly giving anyone any bit of space to run. They finally got a shot on goal, but Gyökeres' shot was blocked. I had a chance to run. But after all that I couldn't find the space to shoot, I gave it Lamine Yamal, and the ball ended up with Xavi, whose shot was also blocked. Vitinha had a shot on goal, and Erbig really had to stretch to tip it over. Then after their corner, he made another really good save. Their next corner came, and Pavlovic had to clear it off the line. But then, disaster struck for us. Lamine Yamal was injured. It was a bad collision with Gyökeres in the air, and an even worse landing which left him in pain, and he couldn't continue the match. Esteval came on for him, and we had to continue our quest in looking for a win here at the Emirates. Second half came, and Nico Williams played a good cross to me, but David Raya was unbelievable with that save. But after our corner, I found Xavi Simons at the far post, and he buried that in the back of the net. Even had enough time to take a touch. I tried to get our second, but Raya covered his near post well.
Oh, it might be! Oh, that is a terrific save!
And then Upamecano was really close on his header after the corner. We were the better of the 2 teams in the second half, creating way more chances for ourselves. Chances that wouldn't come off though. They also got a couple chances themselves, but our defenders were on top, and our keeper had to be extremely alert because they were a big threat from the corners. The match ended that way, 1-0, we won the match. It was a very tough match, but we worked really hard for the win and got it. By the beginning of January, we were still chasing Dortmund's tail. 6 points behind them now, but with a game at hand. And that game was where everything went to hell. We needed to win this match against VfB Stuttgart to close the gap Dortmund have. But a lot happened in the match. The first time I got absolutely taken out from behind, very early in the match as well. The defender did get the ball, but he got through me to get there. And later in the match, I got taken out again, and this time, it was bad. It was really hard to stand up, but eventually I did. The culprit got a yellow card, but I was left with pain around the back of my knee. It was bad, because I knew exactly what that meant. My ACL is gone again. Fuck.
I wear your lessons like armor, but fuck, it cuts me too. The way you live, the way you move, the way you laughed. I wish we could, but death took you away from me. It's not misunderstood. People say grief is love with no